G'day guys, welcome back to another episode. We are here in the beautiful Victorian High Country. We arrived here at our campground yesterday, but more about that campground in a bit. We're about to hit the tracks this morning. I'm going to tell you which tracks we're hitting soon as well, but we've got to get on the road and get in the car because it is freezing this morning. There's a river behind us and mist is floating across the river, if that gives you any kind of indication of how cold it is. Jackie's got a beanie on too, so
that's usually a good indication of the weather.
Yeah. All right, let's hit the tracks. Victorian High Country. Let's have a look what she's got to say. Righto.
We've just hit the road. We're staying at a place called Italian Flat. It's just north of Dargo. There's a couple just north of Dargo, but this is the one we chose to stay at. It's quite a big campground, like plenty of space. There's probably about 10 people in there at the moment, and it doesn't feel like it at all.
It's a good spot if you're towing any kind of trailer. So obviously we've got our caravan, but yeah, it's real easy access. It's a couple of k's of gravel road off the main highway, and yeah, it's very nice and scenic.
Very beautiful.
Camp just on the Dargo River.
Yeah, we've got our own little private bowl almost where we're set up, which is really nice, so no one can come and camp next to us, which is really good.
And because we're in a dip, we can't see other people either.
Yeah,
so it's quite good.
It's really nice. But yeah, this morning we are leaving our beautiful campground and we are heading north. We're going to do a track. It's off McMillan's Road.
So sure.
If you have a look, so we're staying Italian Flats, and we're going to move up and come up this road, and then we're going to come down Crooked River, and then maybe do Billy Goat Bluff track as well. So
Crooked River is supposed to have like 20 plus water crossings. Hopefully they're all passable because there has been some rain and stuff recently, but we'll find that out. Hope kind of for us is just to experience a little bit of the high country. So I'd like to do some of these ridgeline tracks, also do some of these valley tracks where you do a lot of water crossings. So that's the hope. It's not this video won't be a complete extensive like guide of the high country, but if you haven't been here before and you want to sort of taste a bit of everything, maybe you want to do what we're doing. So all right, we will see you at McMillan's Road when we start to head towards Crooked River.
Sounds good. Right, so we are coming towards the end of McMillan Road and we're heading towards Talbotville. I think that's what it's called.
Yes.
And mate, these views, honestly, I don't even think the GoPro will do it justice.
What the heck?
Well, we've made it to the beginning of the Crooked River track. We've just done our first river crossing for the high country across the Crooked River, which is at the old Talbotville town site.
Yeah, it's quite a good area, like plenty of camping space. There's not much of a town there, like there's no town there at all. No. But heaps of camping space, like heaps and heaps. So
the Talbotville campsite and township is where they used to mine gold, or they did find gold, one of the many places through the high country. Obviously there's not much left now apart from a nice camping area next to the river, but yeah, you can stay there if you're car only, and it's a good spot to start the Crooked River track. So very excited about this. Hopefully we don't sink the car in any kind of deep river crossing. Hopefully they're all manageable, and it's just a nice, enjoyable drive through the high country. It's really good. All right, let's get going. So we've just begun the Crooked River track, and Jackie's just noticed a couple of foxes lying in the grass of one of the campgrounds. So she's getting some footage of that. So we'll overlay that, and I suppose something we haven't spoken about is tyre pressures and stuff and what we're carrying for the high country. So we've dropped our tyres from 50 psi, which is our road pressure, down to 30 for these gravel tracks, which hopefully will be pretty adequate, especially with all the gear and stuff we carry in the back of the car. And we just got a winch and like a snatch strap and some max tracks and stuff, so hopefully that'll be all right for us. How'd you go getting the foxes?
Good, they went back into their burrow.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
There's a burrow there?
Yeah, like straight underneath, they just went straight down.
Oh, that's cool.
So you should be able to see it at least.
The things you see, mate. All right, let's keep going. Already enjoying this track. It's nice being in the valley of the high country.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Really nice. Keen to start all these river crossings. And just like that, we're done the Crooked River track, mate. So there was actually a few less river crossings than we thought. It's about 6 all up. It was quite an easy track. It was just the river crossings that you'd want to have a snorkel for. So they marked the track as difficult, but it's just because of the river crossings. They were no higher than like our wheel arches, but I'm sure in other times of the year, you know, when more rain or bits and pieces are happening, that the river levels could change. So anyway, It's 10 o'clock. We left at 6:30 this morning, so we're probably going to look at hitting another track. So we'll see you very shortly when we're hitting another one. We're now heading towards Billy Goat Bluff track. I think I can see it up on the distance. There's a bit of a track up there. We'll show you on the digital camera, but that's where we're heading, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Here we go.
Here we go, Billy Goat Bluff, mate. Just arrived.
It's a very short drive from that bridge.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I don't know if the camera will capture how steep it is, but
It's steep.
it's steep. Well, we're on our way up Billy Goat Bluff, and mate, she is steep. Poor Jackie's having an absolute workout of her life. Coming up this hill. Level's about here, if that gives you any kind of reference. Yeah, she's quite steep, mate. But magic views, so we'll wait for old Jacko, and then we've got to keep punching it up this hill. So up she goes. Good job, mate.
Yeah, right.
How steep is it?
Mate, tell it to my lungs.
Yeah. I didn't really understand sort of the gradient, but this would be close to like 30.
It's 100% gradient.
100% gradient. 30-35%, like it's pretty steep. Loose rock, sand, dust, everything. But it's good, mate. So we're on our way up to the halfway point, which is the helipad. There's a couple of guys that passed us before, and they said that we can't go past that because apparently some bloke's trying to drag a boat or something stupid through this track. So anyway, we're heading halfway at the moment, unless we pass the boat on the way up. Let's keep going. We've got to the helipad at Billy Goat Bluff, and the remaining track works its way up here, but we've been told there's still a boat coming. So we're not going to go any further. We're going to turn around and head back. We've really experienced anyway a bit of this ridgeline track, which is what it's all about for us, is the views and everything. And that was a bit of fun coming up there. Pretty hectic. Whatever gradient you think it shows up on the camera, I'm sure it's 4 times steeper.
I literally felt like, especially when Josh wasn't in the car and I was by myself, I was stressed, very, very stressed. But also like coming up the hill, I felt like the front would just like fall backwards because it was so steep. Like it was steep, very steep.
So anyway, we're gonna start to head back down the track, which is over this way. And then we'll make our way back towards the end of the Crooked River track, and we might sit down by the river and have a bit of lunch, eh?
Sounds good.
So, all right. Anyway, this is the first half of Billy Goat Bluff, and it is a lot more difficult. So I suppose if you're trying to look at, yeah, the HEMA map, like if it's a ridgeline track and it says D, it's probably pretty steep and difficult. If it looks like it follows a river, it's more than likely just difficult because of the river crossings, and those tracks seem to be a lot flatter. So anyway, you did a good job, mate. Driving up the steep hill. It was your steepest stuff you've ever done, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
But
Sketchiest stuff.
it's all right. You just got to put your trust in the car, and a lot of first gear low range to get us all the way up. Anyway, enough talking. We're gonna get down. We'll see you a bit later on. It's been a fun day.
Right, so we've come back to the bridge. The bridge is just down there, behind the trees there. And we're having lunch on the river. Look at this view.
Time to go wash off, eh?
I know, my feet are filthy from like getting out and filming and stuff, so feet are feral.
Yeah, that Billy Goat Bluff track is very
Dusty.
powdery.
I mean, look at the back of the car. It's just gross. Like, whoa. it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Just dust everywhere. So, alright, lunchtime. Alright, we're just on our way back to camp, and we've just stopped in Dargo for a bit of reception. Our head unit has busted itself. Basically it just flashes and then turns off, so we're just looking at where we can get a new one and how much they are. We rely on it for like our reversing camera for hooking up, mainly. That's a big use of it. We also like the navigation system. Whilst we don't use that, we do like having maps up so we can kind of see where roads duck off and stuff. So there's a few reasons as to why we want to replace it. Anyways, it's 1:15 now, so we stopped for lunch for probably about 30 minutes by the river, and then it's taken us probably about another hour to get back here. So we're just checking out the town, seeing what there is. There's a hotel, and there's a general store which has fuel as well. So yeah, and then we'll just head back for a chill afternoon, maybe do some editing, that kind of thing.
Well, we're finally back at camp after a pretty decent day out. It's pretty much 2 o'clock. So we've been out for almost 8 hours to do that loop, and we'll overlay where we went. But yeah, we left here at Italian Flat, went up through McMillan's Road, down Crooked River track, over and then up Billy Goat Bluff track to the helicopter pad, and then back along the gravel road and through Dargo and back here. Anyway, Jackie's enjoying the river. She's washing her feet.
That's filthy.
Getting all the dusty remnants from all the four-wheel drive tracks off herself before she walks into the van. So, but yeah, this is just beautiful here where we are. Really nice Italian Flat. It's just a great little spot. So yeah,
The best part is it's free.
that's true. And we've got just like stunning weather as well. Anyway, we're just going to enjoy an afternoon here. Don't know if we'll film too much more. We might not. But if we don't, we'll see you tomorrow when we go to hit another track, mate. So the famous Blue Rag Range track. So very keen for that. But until then, we're just going to clean up, recharge everything, and have a nice afternoon, because 8 hours on the tracks It's a bit tiring, but it's been good. Loving Victorian High Country. Well, good morning from Italian Flat. We enjoyed a beautiful afternoon yesterday here looking at the river. We're hitting one more track in this Dargo area. We're jumping back onto the main road and heading north as we did yesterday, although we're going further north. So we're not getting off at McMillan's Road. We're heading a fair way up and we're hitting the Blue Rag range track. So I think it might be about an hour up the road before we hit the track. So we better get going. 6:30 again this morning. Gonna hit the tracks. How nice is this, mate? All right, let's go. Well, here we are at the Blue Rag range track. Beautiful morning driving up here. It's about 50 k's from where we've been staying. But it's a lovely clear morning, sun shining, and it's time to hit this track, mate. Looks a little bit steep. I don't know if you can see it in the camera behind us, but going up onto the ridgeline this track, if you haven't seen it, done before on YouTube. It's yeah, one that seems to be pretty popular. It seems to have some really nice views, which is why we're doing it, because our experience is all about getting a feel for the high country and seeing a bit of the changing scenery. So we're going to hit this one. It's a one-way track, so in terms of you head up and then you have to turn around and come back. It's not a through road, so let's get started. Very, very keen, mate. Well, if this ain't high country, I don't know what is.
It's so beautiful.
Spectacular.
Like, everywhere you look, every hill you climb, everywhere you go over, it's just like next level views.
360 degrees right here. Oh, at this spot. It's
yeah,
it's nice, man. Look at it. Look at it. And it's such a clear day, so
yeah, it's epic.
It's just magic. Light breeze. Can see so far. I don't even know how far we can see. A long, long way, mate. Incredible. And you feel like you're the only people out here as well. So it's very, very nice.
The seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave returns to the sea, into the blue. They change, but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful but delightful to live through. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason, but I'll cherish every day until you The seasons turn and change just like your mind. Like the sun gives into the moon, into the night. Time continues marching, it slowly crawls. With each new one starting, I recall. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason, but I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season.
Well, here we are, mate, right at the top. Beautiful 360 views, and it's epic. It's the whole drive has been sensational.
Yeah. This is like probably one of the best ridgeline tracks, I reckon. It's definitely way better than Billy Goat Bluff that we did yesterday.
Yeah.
Although Billy Goat Bluff is harder, so if you're after a bit more of a challenge, that's a real good one to do. But yeah, this is just scenic. I mean, we're here at what is the highest point on the Blue Rag range track, and the track does continue about another K, but we're probably not going to head down that way because this is as good as it gets here, mate. It's panoramic, yeah, 3D, 360 degree views, and what a clear day.
Beautiful day, absolutely beautiful. It's a bit chilly, but it's sunny.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
What do you think of Victorian High Country so far?
I love Victorian High Country. I love it. I think it's probably going to be one of the highlights for our trip for me. It's epic.
Yeah.
I can't believe I haven't been here when I used to live not that far away from here. So,
Yeah, it's unlike any of the state forests or any.
so different to everything that we've kind of seen so far.
Even like the Blue Mountains and stuff out of Sydney, it's just totally different.
It's totally different, and there's way less people than Blue Mountains as well.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, the point is, you got to come and see the Victorian High Country.
Yep.
Because we're in love with it, and we're sure you will be too. So anyway, we've got to head back down this Blue Rag range track now, and back to camp, where we'll see you guys in a couple of hours. Head back for some lunch, but this has been a great way to start to, I suppose, our last track for the eastern portion of Victorian High Country, hey?
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see you back at camp and show a bit around there very, very shortly. But mate, doesn't get much better than this. Would you have a look at it? Car, view. Oh, I love it.
So good.
Well, that is where we're going to leave this episode. Can you believe it's been 3 days already in the Victorian High Country, Jackie?
I know, it's crazy.
2 days on the tracks, and we've spent a day just enjoying this beautiful campground and river with the cameras off, mate. So that's it for this episode. But what's happening next?
Next episode, we'll be heading around to the western side of the Victorian High Country to check out some of the huts over there, including the famous Craig's Hut, which we're very, very keen for. But to see that, first of all, you've got to hit that subscribe button down below, because that will give you all the notifications of when we next upload. That's it. Look forward to seeing you then. But until then, have a good one. Check this spot out, mate. We can't get enough of it, and we are sad we are leaving. All right, bye-bye.